So, hello everyone. Welcome back to Connected Human Conversations. Thank you for being here with us tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the fourth. Well, it's not Kelly this time, but Brian, but took a night off to celebrate the fourth, and we're back now and live on my LinkedIn channel for the very first time. So, super excited. It's been, in the works, I suppose, for a while, but to actually do it is definitely different than just thinking about doing it. So thank you to everyone who's joining tonight. Really appreciate it. Kelly was unable to make it with me tonight, and thankfully, or I guess I'm lucky enough to have good friends that I can call on last minute that will join me live. So Brian, thank you for being with me.
Of course. Hey, I was going to be here anyway. It's your very first live, so I'm glad I could assist.
Thank you.
And I'm honored.
No, thank you. Quick few thank yous to people I've said thank you to before. Thank you to LinkedIn for finally seeing fit to approve me. I appreciate all the no's because it meant this happened at the right time. And so thank you. And I want to say thank you to the people who really gave me the foundation to be able to do this. And one of those people would be you, Brian Shulman, who, when we first met, you saw something in me and that I didn't see in myself, and you took me under your wing and have taught me things that I would have taken a long time to figure out. And you've allowed me to go out there and shine and be connected with people. So thank you. I also want to thank Michael Pederano. He gave me the first channel that I was able to go live on, giving me that opportunity, even though I hadn't been approved yet. And then James, thank you for allowing me to be on your channel for a bit. And now here I am on my channel. And Gabe Leal, thank you for in the beginning just letting me on live anytime that I felt like I wanted to, always having space for me. And to Raquel Boris, thank you so much for putting me on LinkedIn, and to all of you who have been amazing supporters, cheerleaders, and show up all the time. I so appreciate you. Tonight I wanted to talk about calling your energy home. And so what does that mean? Well, it means different things, I'm sure, to different people. But for me in particular, I've been feeling it myself, feeling my energy very much being put out into the world rather than sort of being pulled back into myself. And I've heard lots of people actually talk about it. I've had conversations with people about it. I've seen people post about it. I've seen people go live about it. So I thought, you know what? Let's just talk about it. That's what we do, right? We talk about these things. So for me, where I was coming from was that over the last couple of weeks, this is my summer vacation. And my summer vacation is really important to me. During the week, during the school year, I work more than full time. And that time to relax is so important to being ready to go back. And so this summer I was so excited for it, and I found that it just wasn't happening the same way it has in summers past. And so I started to think about, where is my energy? Where is it going? And hence the idea of calling my energy home. So before we go any further, I want to say hello to a couple of people, and then certainly want to hear from you, Brian, your thoughts on things. Tim, thank you. Another amazing supporter who has always been here. You're a cheerleader, a friend. I so appreciate it. And Kamakshi, thank you. I appreciate you as well. You have been part of my family for a while now, and I appreciate you being here tonight. And of course, we already said thank you to James, but not only as the person who gave me a place to be live, but as my friend. Thank you so, so much. Oh my gosh, look, this guy's here. Who's he? This guy is here. And I know he's taking screenshots, so I just missed it like this for a minute or two. Yeah, we're good.
No. Ready? 1, 2.
There we go. Thank you. And thank you for your patience. And Senor Payasada, who always comes out from the jungle. Thank you. You are such a consistent presence here on the show, and I appreciate you. And Gary F., you as well. Thank you so much. And one person who's actually new tonight, but has been supporting me all along, is Courtney Franklin. Thank you, Courtney. You have been one of my silent supporters, quote unquote, because you're not necessarily on the shows because of your schedule, but thank you for making the time to be here tonight. I really appreciate it. And Rob, thank you to you as well. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so much going on here. Emily, yay, Emily, thank you. Oh, so you're putting in all these things that you're making a change. Emily is here tonight. Brian, are you doing it on purpose to mess with me?
No, not at all. I'm thanking everyone too.
Thank you, because I'm
to be here to support you.
Thank you. And I'm trying to really be present tonight. So you guys, normally I know I go through and I'm responding, but I will do that later because I want to be here with you guys. And because, believe it or not, even though I've done this for a while now, it's sort of nerve-wracking when you're doing it for the first time, no matter what first it is. Hi, Mariah. Thank you so much for being here. If I missed anyone, I apologize. And we will.
Don't worry. I'm sure Tim is taking screenshots and taking notes of everyone that is joining us tonight.
Yes, I am sure he is. Thank you. Debbie, where's Debbie? And thank you, Michael Haynes. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone's support. So let's get into our show. Now that I have given love and will continue to give love over the course of the show. So I started to say, yes, calling your energy home. What happens when you're putting all this energy out into the world? And for me, what ended up happening, and I actually took notes, is because I had been feeling irritable and tired and unmotivated and disconnected. And that's not my quote unquote typical state of being. And I was feeling like really sort of one step removed from everything. I think there was so much going on, even though it was good stuff. I was feeling overwhelmed by it, and everything that was coming up just was another thing. It felt like a burden, and I was getting, just tired, irritable, all those things. And so I took stock. And a couple of things came up for me, but before I go into this, of course, I'm going to let Brian have a word in here. Edgewise.
No. Finish your word. I can talk when you're done. You're on a roll here. Keep going.
Keep going. Okay, so I was taking stock and I was thinking, well, what's different this summer than other summers? And last summer I was actually not in LA at all. I was not on LinkedIn at all, but I was actually spent the entire summer in Las Vegas with my dear friend Candace Fan, living with her and her children, her family for 2 months, because I was stuck inside in LA and it was just better to be with people. But the summer before that, I could compare it to. And so the summer before that, I knew that I was able to sleep till 7. I would, get up, do a few things, and I would meditate at 9, and then I would go to the pool and I would swim, and then I would sit outside for a little bit, and I could come home and do a little something around the house and see some clients, and then either meet up with friends or do nothing, read a book, whatever it was. And this year, as I came into summer, none of that was happening. I was so out of rhythm. I could not find my rhythm. I kept saying, I can't find my rhythm. I can't find my rhythm. And so in taking stock, what I came up with was, well, there's a lot of things that have never been there before. There are 2 live shows you do a week, that you are co-host of. There are 6 hours, that's 6, I can math, of live that you do with Brian each week. You are trying to create posts. You have started a hashtag campaign, Radiating Real hashtag campaign, right? That campaign, that movement, and it's taken off, and you're trying to be a part of every piece of it. Check What the Tool Belt is happening. And again, I'm trying to be super present with all of it and needing to find a way that allowed me to be there for all of it without feeling like I was there for none of it. And that's sort of the place I was in. It's like, I'm busy all the time, but I'm getting nothing done. I'm here, but I'm not. So those were my initial thoughts. Brian, feel free, please, to join in. And anyone in the comments, if you're feeling this way, because I know a couple of us have talked about it, please feel free to share what you're going through, anything that's helped you, anything you need help with. This is our space. This is what we do.
Yeah. And you feel that way, and yet it's not true. It's okay to feel that way. Just like you had your world's largest Post-it note, which may still be hiding behind you somewhere, world's largest Post-it note that was expanding upon all of your to-dos, and yet you still, before that, hadn't felt like you were accomplishing anything, and yet you were. So, yeah, I think it's, well, let me back up for a second. First and foremost, congratulations on 48 rejections and the only approval that is necessary, which is yes to LinkedIn Live. I have never known anyone, and I've been around since the very beginning, I have never known anyone to apply that many times before for LinkedIn Live and to be as consistent and persistent as you are. Not only consistent and persistent, being rejected that many times.
I'm consistent in being rejected, yes.
No. But you finding a way to make it happen without having your very own channel. And so the things that you said before, which was being a co-host on 2 shows, right, initially, and then 6 hours of time being spent showing up on my shows every week, you were showing up so much more than you even realized you were. And then your very own show and all of this happening without your own LinkedIn Live channel. Like, there is a case study here to be had because nobody was doing this. So yes, Kenny D, there really is, right? And we talk about the different ways that people can show up, but this is not one of those ways. This is not one of those things that people had thought about. And you were very ahead of your time in thinking of, hey, it's Bill. Ahead of your time in thinking and in doing something. And it was right. And it was meant to happen because you had people standing up like Mac Peterano and Jimmy Jam to say, hey, and Gabe, which is where it started, right? Hey, come be a voice on my channel, right? This is your space too. And so I think it's awesome that you, what's that? You're going, oh yeah. I keep not, there's a case study here. Yes. I think it's, I got it. Yes. This isn't about me. This is about you and how you, especially because you had no idea what the hell you were doing. You had no idea what you were doing.
The important part, actually.
Yes. No idea what you were doing. You were all brand new to all of it. And like LinkedIn was just this, what is this thing that what is this? You're not sure what this thing is. And here you are doing all this stuff. So I just think it's really important, especially, I think it's really important, especially because, when we talk about bringing your energy home, did I get that right?
Yeah.
Calling your energy home. Like you had all of this energy. There was a new home in your life, which you didn't know at the time, and all of this energy that was brewing around you, and that you actually were exuding, unbeknownst to you, all of this love that was coming out of you, these positive vibes that were coming out of you, and you were showing up and you were supporting people. You like how I'm tying this all back in together, and how you found this new home and all of this energy that you were giving out, unbeknownst to you, because all you were doing, Nancy Debra, was just showing up and being you in a place that was brand new to you, right? And you found this new home, and you didn't have to call anything. Like you were just there. You were there. Hello, you were there. Miss Veronica Jeans, where are you? You were there. Home was there, this new home, and it was calling you, and you just didn't even know it, and yet you were showing up and being you and radiating real and doing what you do. And you already had your tool belt. You didn't even realize it. You just applied names to things that came to you later.
Well, and I think it's important, first of all, this is not really about me. We'll spend
No. Tonight actually is about you. And I know you are one to not kind of do that just the same way I am. But I think this is important because the topic of the show, right? What's it called again?
Was not calling my energy home. It's calling your
energy. Yes, calling your energy home, right? Calling your energy home. And that's what you have been doing. Not to boomerang it back on you, but yes, that's what you've been doing. And that's it. That's exactly right, Bill. You took your eyes off of you and put it on others. And that's what you do. So you didn't do anything different than any other time. You just did it in a place that was different. Again, a new home, right? And you were just calling upon that energy that was already within you. And like I said, names to things like chick with the tool belt and radiating real, all those things. You were doing all of those things already. You just names that hit you at a point in time when they were supposed to happen. So again, this is a really big deal. This is your very first LinkedIn Live show. And you do not, this is something that comes out of your mouth all the time to everybody else. You do not give yourself enough credit, and you need to give yourself credit. And more so in this point, you need to consume that. And everybody that's in the comments giving you love and support and encouragement, which is what you do each and every day. I've told you before, you're a female version of me. And it's true because you just exude that love and that passion and that energy and those vibes. And that's why all these people are here. All these people are here because that's what you do. You give to others. And so, yes, get over it. Exactly. Right? So, yes, while we are talking about calling your energy home, it's a very profound statement if you think about it, right? Like, it's really within you, right? Calling that energy back within you. And for someone who gives out so much of herself, so much energy, right? For someone that gives out all that energy, she is much cuter. Absolutely, Bill. For someone who gives out so much, right? It can definitely feel like you're not doing enough. It can feel like you don't have the energy to do because you're not realizing how much you are giving every single day to so many people, right? And yet you are calling that energy home because one of the things that you love, which is the same thing I love, is giving to others. It's not about you, it's other people. And then seeing others find that energy, right? Just kind of keeping it to the theme of what we're talking about, right? And it can be draining. It can be really draining, right? If we're being real, it can suck the life out of you. But you do it because of the way that it makes you feel, not meaning that way, meaning the way it makes other people feel. What you're doing makes other people feel better and okay, and that they can see themselves and that they are radiating real and that they have tools in their tool belt too they don't even realize. And if you can do it, they can do it. And so, yes, it's realizing that like you are the home and the energy is always within you, but that energy gets drained on the battery, like on your phone. You got to plug it in and charge it. If you don't plug it in and charge it, it's going to be depleted. And if you don't do that, then you can't show up. You can't be you. You can't do the things you want to do. You can't be there to support others. I don't mean you. I'm just saying in general now. So it's really important to make sure that you are recognizing that within yourself, recognizing that energy within yourself, recognizing that, yes, she is. Tim's taken 98 screenshots already, I guarantee you. Yes, but that's right. You are the home, and the energy lives within that, right? Hey, it's Maria.
It's Maria.
So yes, you have to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, your home will fall apart, right?
Yes.
And then all the other things that happen around it, real sucks the life out of you. Thanks for quoting all these things. I appreciate that. Yeah, so but we don't recognize those things. We don't recognize them until they hit us, like just like a brick wall. It's like, oh my gosh, I've been doing fine. And then, all that energy that has been kind of sucked out of you it's tough, right? Yes, she does.
It is.
Give it up for Nancy Debra.
Okay, so this, I feel like.
By the way, before we went live, she's like, "This show is not about me," and I'm sitting here like, "Okay, hit live, hit live." Yes, this show is about you.
It's not though, and I appreciate it, but it's really was that I know that I'm not the only one feeling this way, and yes, being real is important to me, and yes, sharing what's going on is important because it gives others permission to be in the same space and not feel bad about it. So, I appreciate it. I kind of feel like, hey, you should run the show, and why don't we just give out the green room link? Because at this point, I'm not going to talk. Like, it's hard for me to talk about myself. It's not a knock on you at all. It's that it's hard for me to talk. Right? What?
Yeah. So right. I'm here to help you talk about yourself, because you don't do it, so I'm doing it for you, because you don't, for the same reason I don't. So that's what happens with givers. Givers are not people that talk about themselves because it's really uncomfortable. it's not a place that you want to be because it's not about you. So I get that. You are all about giving that energy, letting that energy out of your house, like little kids that want to go play in the mud when it's raining, right?
Well, and I made a post today, and I truly believe it, that like without this community, none of this would happen. Without the community, without the people who show up week after week, it would be unnecessary, right? There would be no reason. And so for me, when I show up every week, it's because of everybody here, and it's not about me. Now, granted, I get a lot out of it because I've learned so much from everyone who shows up, this LinkedIn family of mine, this community that I have. And sorry guys, I'm a little
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And then Tim's comment, which was that I will whiffed the talking about yourself out of you. Yeah. No, it's not it. It's the other one. It's the one below that. And that's true. Tim doesn't either, but
yes.
But you've helped him do that. Tim is a great example. Tim is the house. The energy is within him.
Yes.
Right?
The whole time. All we did was discover what was there.
All he did with your help was find the courage to recognize that energy that was within him, to let that out in his voice.
Okay, so that's me. Tim.
No, don't worry. This is about you inadvertently. So, Miss Chick with the tool belt, that's exactly what happened, right? Mm-hmm. And I love that all of you were talking about community and that none of it would happen without community. And it's all about the people. Like, you guys, come on. LinkedIn is all about the people. It's always about the people. Tim Stone is not a tent. No, he's a house. That's right. Thank you, Senor. So, yeah, it's just, it's thinking about yourself in that context, right? It's thinking about yourself as, you are the house. The energy is in the house. The energy is within you. Recognizing that energy, good, bad, positive energy, negative energy, neutral energy, whatever it is. That
I think. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, don't be sorry. Go.
That for me.
Don't apologize.
Excuse me.
Kamakshi's in the comments right
excuse
now.
me.
She's going to call you out for that.
Well, then she should. Then I am very proud, because if she notices it right away, it means she must be noticing it in herself. So I appreciate that. But, again, being here is really about the people who are here. So being the house, however you want to frame it, for me, one of the important things you said, I'm going to switch gears here, was that...
Only one, though.
One of the important things I said, I didn't say the one important thing, was yes. You said that, like, I just showed up and I didn't know what I was doing and it was all brand new. And that is something that I think is really important for people to hear, because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't try to do anything.
Right.
I didn't plan to do anything. I didn't look at metrics. No. I didn't know, okay, you're not supposed to share other people's posts. I didn't know, okay, so I'm just showing up live and I'm giggling and I'm laughing and I'm fun and talking about real shit. And this is just me. Like, I know, but we're not.
Kenny, did you hear that? Tim, did you hear it? She said.
I said sheet.
Yes.
And so I think that is such a powerful piece of my story, my journey, because none of it was planned. None of it was, hey, David, good to see you. David got LinkedIn Live as well, by the way.
Yes, we're so
keep
proud
an eye
of
out
David.
for him. Yeah. And so I rarely apologize. He has me flustered. Just
That's right. That's what I'm here to do. Look, there's things that you're saying that are so incredibly important. And when I say you're the female version of me, it's true, because, like, that was me too. Yeah, showing up. That's the thing, like, just showing up, right? Being you and just showing up with the energy that you have inside the house. Yes. That's right. That's how we learn. That's right, Emily. You just be yourself. And as I always say, just like you did, your vibe attracts your tribe. On the job training at its best, 100%. There you go. Look at that right there. Yes, right there.
Thank you, Tim. I still believe you would have. It just maybe not at this time. But
okay, that's enough.
I appreciate being part of it happening now. So, but this part of this thing we're talking about just showing up and not knowing what you're doing, right, is the only way I could show up was authentic and real. And it just stuck out to me that, yes, people were listening to my content.
I already got it. You're late. You're late.
Talking. You guys know, come on.
Okay, hold on. You ready?
Okay.
1, 2, do it again. All right, there you go.
Okay. So part of what was happening for me was I was getting all this feedback, yes, about what I was sharing, but I was getting all this feedback about
can you do me a favor? Can you please pull up Tim's last comment right now? That. Do you see that? Yes, that. You are very good at diversion. Very good. Again, I understand. But you're live right now. So be the example.
Okay, yes.
Be the example.
If you tell me to be the example for other people, I can do that.
Okay, good.
Here and talk about myself, not so much, but
yeah, but be the example and take the credit, because Tim is telling you to take the credit, because you are what got Tim, as one example of many, to share his story for the very first time, something that was extremely uncomfortable for him, and to get vulnerable and emotional, onions on shows, cutting Tim right there. I'm telling you, I've known Tim and have spent every day with that guy for the last year and a half. And that is incredible, because I didn't do that for him. I wasn't the one that did that for him. I wasn't the one to pull that out of him. We had those conversations, but he didn't feel it. And that's okay. You got him to feel that. What Maya Angelou say? People may forget what you say, but they'll never forget how you make them feel. You make people feel a certain way. You literally make people feel accepted, invited, wanted, a part of something special. Be the example and say thank you, and that you're feeling that. And you'll watch this in replay and feel it again. But you did that for him. Again, we talk about energy in the house. What is it? Energy in the house. Calling your energy. What? Would you please give me the sentence again?
Calling your energy home.
Calling your energy home. Would someone write that in the comments, please, so I can see it in the green room here? Thank you. Calling your energy. Yes, that's it. Tim, put that again with Nancy Debra. You make people feel a certain way.
So yes, thank you. Thank you
welcome.
For saying all that. Thank you for pointing it out. And I do feel it.
You're welcome.
I mean, my face hurts from smiling. I can't keep but smiling. Because those are amazing things to be able to do with people and for people. That's pretty amazing. Look at you read my mind, Tim.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And so putting it in terms of being an example.
I already got it.
Being an example.
See, spend way too much time together, because on the shows, like you know when I'm getting ready to take a picture. That's right. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Yes, that right there. Hold on.
Hang on.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, good. You're good.
Again, the showing up as myself. So I kept getting these comments of how real and authentic I was, and how brave and how honest. And it made me realize, like, if people are commenting on that, if that's what they're saying, that it's not happening very often. Now, we happen to be in a community of people who do radiate real, who do show up authentically. And so you sort of forget at times that that's the exception and not the norm. And that's really where, I mean, everybody's heard the story by this point, but it's really where radiating real came from. And it came from a place of, first of all, really my own homecoming, right? To step into this place, to step into LinkedIn, to step into the power of my story, and well beyond that, I don't know, to just finally take all the masks off and just show up. And
did you say math?
Masks.
Okay, sorry.
Right, like each one that you put on in every facet of your life or whatever it is along the way, and not knowing gave me the ability to just be me and realize how important that is, not only for me but for other people. And so Radiating Real was really about taking the masks off and just showing up. Like, let's just do it. Let's make this what we do. And I guess you've said this to me before. I put words to what I feel and what I know. Thank you, Maria.
Oh, I got it. It's real good.
Okay, you gotta tell me. And from that, yeah, the chick with the tool belt. I mean, we had lots of conversations about, I don't know how to teach people to be me. I don't know how to teach people how to be me, right? And that was the feedback I was getting. It's just you. It's just you. It's just you. And so through Radiating Real and the chick with the tool belt, it's a privilege to see people find their inner voice. It's a privilege to see them come to life. And if that's leading by example, that I can do. Taking the credit for it is a different story, but working on that. But I appreciate it. And Maria, I appreciate you just saying what you did about simply being amazing. And I'm humble because I know that I have gifts and skills, but that they wouldn't really mean much without the people to share them with. Right? That's why it's not so much about me. Who I am shines in the company of others. Who I am shows up in the company of others. And so it being...
I love that you're talking about yourself in the third person, by the way. It's wonderful. You are here, right? Are you are you a third or a twin?
Up, yes. When Nancy shows up, that's when she really shines. When she can be there for others, that's where she really,
Yes.
But that's where for me is like, yes, I get there are things about me, and I appreciate that. I'm so fortunate because those are privileges and gifts that I've been given. But again, they don't mean very much in a vacuum. So if it really were all about me, it would happen with no one around, right? You did it, didn't you? So apparently it's
not apparently. You gave me the link.
We'll talk later.
Tim, click on the link.
Anybody, click on the link, come on in. So anyway, the fact that who I am and taking credit for it is really, again, it's because it happens in the presence of others. It doesn't happen unless there are people to share it with.
Yes, I agree with that.
Oh, I totally do. And you guys, if you want to know what our working relationship is like, it's exactly this. Told this story a while back. At one point, Brian said something to me that I did not like. And so did I tell you I was going to hang up on you? Or did I just hang up on you?
I think I
just hung up on you. And I called back and
I'm like, did you just hang up on me?
And I said yes, because
it was the New York Nancy was happening at that time. Well, that was New York Nancy.
It was the part of me that would have said really nasty things in reaction to it that I would have regretted later. So yes, this is how it goes. This is
and I dished it right back to her, and she was like, "Oh,
yeah,
okay,
we're good."
Okay, there we go.
But that's the thing is, I want the people in my life to call me on my shit.
She said it twice now.
I said it twice. My poop, my crap. What else can I say?
Yes.
My doo-doo.
Tim. She said doo-doo, Tim.
I said doo-doo, Tim.
Yeah.
But because that's how we grow. That's when we're unable to be, when we're not in a place of being aware and checking ourselves and checking in with ourselves, well then that's when the people who love us step in, right? They
Yes.
remind us of who we are, and they put us, give us a hip check back into alignment there.
That's
And so I
right.
appreciate it. When I was single the first time around, before I had met my ex-husband, my brother was working in a large law firm here in LA, and my sister-in-law kept pushing him to set me up with someone. And so he looked at me one night and said, well, what are you looking for? And I said to him, I said, well, I am looking for someone who's always going to start with, I love you. Always start with, I love you. But they're going to say, I love you, but you're being a bitch right now. Because I know what I'm capable of, and I don't want that to go unchecked. I don't want someone to just take all that crap from me. I appreciate friends. I appreciate people in my, oh my.
Nancy Deborah, the chick with the crap belt. Yes.
So, that's important to me. So yes, I have people in my life, and I invite them to, I expect them to, and I appreciate when they do.
That's a great comment, by the way, from Emily.
Yeah. Yes, I do want to grow. I spent a lot of my life, I don't know, like a lot of us do, stuck or believing I was good, and then finding out that I had more work to do. So the reality is I'm always working. And if I'm not always working, well, then I'm stagnant, and that's no fun. And I am not a person of perfection. So there's always room for growth. So thank you, Emily. Yes. I appreciate the comment. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. They do okay?
You're doing good. How's she doing? Let her know, you guys. My comments are all jacked up, so I can't really see what's happening. They disappeared from the green room. Yes, that's right. Kenny loves that word. He does. Yes. All you really need to do is take a couple of those, and your energy will shift incredibly.
Yeah, lots of shit, and your energy shifts.
There you go.
There you go. There's a quote on that one.
Yes.
But you lost your comments? You can't see what people are saying?
Yeah, no, they literally disappeared in the green room. They were there. They disappeared, and now they're truncating on LinkedIn Live. How fabulous! I was going to find Tim's comment that I asked him to put in there, which was energy in your house. What is it? House of energy? Energy. Put it in the green room for me. The screen says, yes, Tim, come on.
Okay, so hang on. Yes, you talk. I'm going to put it in the private chat for you.
Okay. Hi, welcome to Nancy Deborah's very first ever LinkedIn Live on her channel. Yes. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, speaking of, are we live? I think we are. And that might mean that calling your energy home.
Apparently, I have called my energy home. And
no, I called him home, and there he is. The man.
Are we live?
Do you see his wings?
We are live.
Yes, Tim Stone, ladies and gentlemen. Fly away! Yeah.
Radiating real. Flap, flap.
Yes.
That's right. I'm glad you could hop in here so that you can help me shut Nancy up about how awesome she is and get her to consume that. Yes.
Yeah, shout out to her consumption.
Yes.
I'm exuding. I consume.
There you go, Emily. Yes, practice this. When someone gives you a compliment, say thank you. I know it's true.
Oh, I can say thank you. Wow.
I can't say the last part out loud. I can say thank you, but thank you, I know it's true is a little too, that feels dirty.
It feels icky.
It feels icky.
Does it? Well, but do you think it's untrue? Or is it just hard to take credit for it?
Well, I think that, right? Because I think my dog's trying to tell me he needs to go to the bathroom. It's a good thing you came in, Tim.
Shout out to your dog's bathroomness.
I think he needs to go do what you said earlier, the thing.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's yes, it's accepting that you're not. It's a weird thing to hear. It's a weird thing. Yeah, it feels icky. It does.
I'm the same way. I am not used to receiving that kind of feedback as well. Like before I've been radiating real, I mean, I was creating content about like live streaming and social media and like all this transactional stuff that doesn't have like an emotional component, not so vulnerable or personal. Yeah, shout out to chaos and all the things that are going on behind the scenes. But I too am not used to that kind of, like, how to absorb that kind of, that reaction to posts, Nancy,
Yeah.
like, like getting messages from people, like when I shared my leukemia story and somebody sends me a message saying that they were recently diagnosed and they want to have a conversation with me, or that I inspired them somehow. Like, I don't know how to receive that either. Like, it's just awkward, right? Like, how do you
do it.
absorb
So
that?
then we're going to craft a thank you that we all feel comfortable with. That's one thing. But the other thing that I think for me is what you all don't know, like this, that you give me this credit for being so insightful and inspiring and all of that. But I lock myself out of my house regularly enough that I have to hide a key to get back in. Like these two people, it's a little hard sometimes to reconcile. Talk about real. Yeah, I lock myself out enough that I have to hide a key somewhere in my building so that I can get back in.
Breaking news. Just don't tell us where you hide it.
Exactly. Little scavenger hunt. Come over and find my key. But I think finding a way to say thank you that feels good to us. And one of the things that came to mind when Emily put that up, and she's making a good point now. I'll put it up in just a sec, but I could say thank you for noticing. I would say thank you. I appreciate you noticing. I feel like I could do that. And this is so important for you to point these out from the other way, Emily. You've got me dialed in completely. Because how would I feel if I compliment someone else and they don't accept it? And then I absolutely give them a hard time about not accepting it. So yes, you have figured me out. And when I think about it in the reverse, that's helpful for me. Yes, just like when people want to help, like I know how great I feel when I get the opportunity to help people. And if I'm not allowing others to help me, I'm denying them that. So yeah, every time I compliment my mom's poetry, she tells me what's wrong with the piece. It's annoying. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm also of the school of thought is people don't have to say anything, right? So if they say something nice, let's assume that they mean it, right? They want us to hear it and they mean it.
Or else they probably wouldn't say it.
Right, because you don't have to say anything. And people are like, oh, well, no, you actually really, people don't have to say anything. So if they say something nice, let's assume that they mean it and it's heartfelt. And so, Brian, we were talking about crafting a thank you that would feel good to us to say. Like maybe if I can't say thank you, it's true.
Oh, here's another way to say that. That's so kind of you to say.
Yes, there you go. That's so kind
Thank
of you.
You. That's so kind of you to say. Like, that's not icky to me, and that's letting that person know.
Not taking ownership of it either, is it?
Yeah, it is. I think it is in a different way.
It's kind of you. It's so kind of you to say. Doesn't mean that I.
No. You said thank you. That's so kind of you to say. Thank you. Thank you is accepting. Look, the two words "thank you" are very powerful. You don't have to say anything other than thank you. You're accepting that when you say thank you. But I'm with you.
I think for me, it was sort of more in the vein of, thank you, I appreciate you noticing. Where I can't really say it's true, but I'm saying like, yeah, that's.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's that yucky feeling. Like it's finding. Yes, absolutely. It's tone has a lot to do with it.
I want to know how Katie J says thank you and how Senor Payasada say thank you. I have a feeling that Katie J says thank you. You're absolutely right. It's 1000% true.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think how
and scrumptious and flavorful.
Scrumptiously, deliciously, edibly tasty, good. Yes.
Tasty, good.
Savor the flavor of all the things.
Of the thank you.
And so, yes, our body language. I also think you said important things to me, like people know where your heart is. So when you say thank you, I appreciate you noticing, if it's truly coming from your heart and your place of being humble, then it comes across that way. Again, in my post today, like thank you doesn't begin to cover what I'd like to say, but I said, but please accept it in, from my heart to yours in the spirit that it's intended, right? That's
just like that.
Yeah, that's what I can do. Hang on. Not sure if I want to hear. Yeah. Well, I actually do, because I know it's gonna make me laugh for a while. So JDJ, come on, come on, come on. So yeah, receiving. Thank you. And then, it's funny because I know all three of us have been in the place where we've had to call our energy home. And I know, Tim, you just recently did it with the stuff going on with your health. And that was a struggle for you. And it was
Yes.
hard. And for me, one of the things that I'm struggling with, there are places like my show. So I love doing the show. And in summer, it's hard for me because at 5 o'clock, it's still bright sunshiny out. And I still feel like there's a day to be had. And I'm, saying no to invitations to things to be here, which I love doing. I love being here. I look forward to being here. But at the same time, I'm feeling it would do me good to take a break, but I was terrified about losing momentum because I'm just starting to get momentum, is what it feels like. I'm getting momentum. And so it's this internal struggle between realizing that I didn't do anything quote unquote special, and my community found me and I found them. So if I step away for a few weeks, even though I'm just getting momentum, having the faith that they will find me again, although that sounds like I would lose them, and I don't think that is true. But if I shift how I'm showing up, which I've done over the past couple of days, couple of weeks, and I know even you guys have felt it, because I have been making a concerted effort not to come on to social media, not just LinkedIn, but a lot of the other platforms. I have been making a concerted effort to leave my phone in the other room, to put it on silent and walk away from it for hours at a time. And the reality is, it feels good. It's working. It's helping. And so the fear of no one being here, quote unquote, when I come back in a few weeks, if I choose to step away, becomes less than the fear of thinking that I won't be able to continue doing it if I don't take a break. Because when you start engaging in the pieces of pulling away, quote unquote, of showing up differently, and it feels good, you're getting back what you need. It's hard to not do it.
Look, I'll tell you from experience, okay? Because I used to always have my notifications on and all of those things, and we've had those conversations. Like, it's easy to get sucked in to all of that, and to feel like you have to be on all the time. And I turned my notifications off like almost 2 years ago, because I couldn't. It was longer than that, actually, now that I think about it. Like, literally all my notifications, but my LinkedIn notifications, I turned off a long time ago. Don't be beholden to, make the time to, because then it's
feeling burdensome.
Well, yeah, of course, because you want to.
Definitely not how I want to interact with people. That's not how I want to show up. That is not how I'm my best self, and hence why I was irritable and feeling disconnected and distance. I would open my LinkedIn and there'd be so many notifications that I just would close it. Nope, can't do it, because we're radiating real. And to be honest, it's like, well, there's 69 people that I'm going to disappoint because I can't engage right now. I can't do it the way I normally do it.
Well, because you think you have to engage and reply immediately as soon as it happens. You think you have to, if you don't, you're a bad human being. And the thing is that's not the case at all, right? I've told both of you this. It's not about how quickly you respond. It's that you respond.
Right.
Yes, I mean, it's true. But if you're getting buried in, gosh, and I'm sure all of you out there have had the moment, and if not, it's coming to you. When you open LinkedIn and it says under your notifications, 99 plus, I'm like, did I get back to them? I'm not going to be able to. And that was just painful to me. And I was disappointing people. I was disappointing myself, and having to shift how I show up. I mean, I don't know if people have noticed, I haven't been posting as much as I was in the past, because I haven't felt inspired to.
Yeah, neither have I.
When I post, it's usually like all this, I'm going to say it again, all this shit comes flowing out of me, right? These things that I say that are inspiring and profound, right? They just come flowing out of me when I'm in that space. And I just, part of it was coming to terms with where I'm at and that I need a break so that I can put out what's real, right? Knowing that that's what it is. I didn't mean to threaten you. Did I threaten you?
Call your it's Senor Payasada being Senor Payasada. Yeah, it's just you have to call that energy home. Like, you post the same reasons I do when you're inspired. You're inspired by someone or something.
And I've had sorry, Brian, go.
No, please go.
No, I was just gonna say I've felt similar things also since starting radiating real. I get so many more notifications and so many more messages and it is overwhelming. And even while I wasn't feeling well, I felt the need to, and you guys know this, I felt the need to respond right away to like everyone. And then at some point I was just like, I need to rest. I need to put my phone in the other room, which I'm not good at all. And I'll admit that. I'm improving, but I put the phone in the other room several times because it just is so overwhelming. I mean, whether you are feeling well or you're not feeling well, like it is important to just like put the phone somewhere else and like live in the moment in reality. I mean, it's reality whether you're on the computer or not, but just being present without having a phone or a computer or, you know, like read a book. I read a book the other day. I haven't read a book in I don't know how long. And just to be with yourself and, you know, and that kind of thing.
I require a lot of alone time. I actually do require a lot of alone time. And so being on all the time, right, which I love doing and it energizes me and it feeds my soul. But if I'm not getting alone time, like if I'm not getting my downtime, since I decided that I was pulling back, and I saw both Emily and I think it was Bill said that they've been walking away from their phone too. I've read 2 books in less than a week. I have allowed myself to get sucked in and lose hours to a book. And that's
you time.
Yeah.
That's you time. Like, look, burnout is real. People don't talk about that. Burnout is real, especially if you're a creator. Like it happens all the time. And a lot of people don't come back from it. Because if you don't know how to manage that, and again, take it from somebody who's been on LinkedIn creating literally ever since you could, like, you know, it's an emotional roller coaster, you know?
That fear is there. That fear of, like I said, the fear of losing momentum and the fear of never coming back, right? Because when it's this paradox, it's well, if I step away, there's going to be more that I miss to come back to every time I do it. And I knew that when I was sort of ignoring it. It's like, well, you're going to do this, and that's just going to be the 15 from last time plus the 30 from this time plus the 99 from the last time. They're all piling up, and it's so you walk away. How do you come back? Like, that's an important conversation. How do you come back? Right? We all agree it's okay, and it's actually really important to walk away, but nobody really talks about what it's like to come back.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's hard, right? Because like you said, that aspect of momentum is what's in the back of your mind, and that, are they still going to be here? Is my tribe still going to be here? Or are they going to just forget about me? Right? Which is one of the reasons why you know, there's a need to feel like you have to keep showing up, keep going, keep at a speed that maybe you feel has to be, right? And I can tell you from experience, the reality is your tribe will still be there. Right. But if you don't know that, when you don't know what you don't know, all those things lurve. If you always think lurve, yes,
I'll lurve you.
We lurve this conversation about calling your energy at home.
Brian Schulman, I'll lurve you. What are we talking about?
We lurve this calling your energy home conversation, y'all. Yeah.
How far into this? It's only 53 minutes in. You got it.
Yeah, well, it's because you wrote it in the green room. If otherwise, I wouldn't have remembered. But it's true. Like, again, it's when you become one with the, like, again, because it's not easy to do. You know, like your whole notifications. Hey, it's Mark Lee. Your whole notifications and everything. You know, that can really overwhelm you. Like, talk about like sucking the energy out of your home. Like that can do that to you. And once you become okay with the fact that it's still going to be there and you don't have to stare at that number. And when you're ready to go in and take a look, you can, and you can stop when anytime you want. And again, Tim said it before, like, they know where your heart is. Like it's so. And look, here's the other thing. You don't have to show up and say, I'm going to take a break. You don't need to justify that to anyone. You can just take a break. I understand, but I understand the why behind it, right? That's the thing. Like, is the why behind it. And to your point, yeah, you want to share that, and you want people to know. You want them to. You don't want to just disappear. You want to say, hey, I'm my energy is not home anymore. And it's because I'm spending so much time showing up, which I love to do. But if I'm not taking some of that time for me, which you need, that me time, I am speaking as if I'm Nancy Debra.
Is that what I do? That's better. That's a little bit more accurate.
Yeah, if I'm Nancy saying, I need to have that, that's you, right? I'm showing up and saying, I need to have that me time. Otherwise, you're going to be crazy like this. And you need to have that me time because it grounds you. It brings that energy back to you so that you can give it back to others. And I understand you wanting to, because I truly do get it. And you telling me that it's not this is going to be not true. But you want to tell people that, hey, you want people to know where you are, so that they know where you are and you're not just disappearing, because there is something in the back of your mind too, I think, that also is going, well, if they don't know where I am, they're gonna feel like I abandoned them, right?
I want to feel like I abandoned, and I want them to know where I'm at, but I also want them to know where I'm at because of things like this, right?
Yeah. Well, okay,
Emily's wanting to take the time off.
Yeah, see, there you go.
But now, by me sharing where I'm at,
for sure. Look at Jenny, right? Jenny's going to take a couple months off because she needs to take care of herself. Like, she has a lot of things in her day she has to do to physically and mentally take care of herself. And it's okay to step back, right? And it's so important to do that. I'm going to call Tim out. There were many times where Tim wasn't able to show up for the show for various reasons of things going on. And I would say to him, well, let's say why. And he's like, no, I don't want to say why. Just say that I won't be there, or don't say anything. And I'm like, it's okay. This was before Tim stood up and started sharing his story and started sharing parts of his life and started staring Tim instead of live streaming, business. And I know that he understands now the impact of showing up and saying, I need to take care of me, so I'm not going to be able to be here today. And he's already done it. And that was a really big step for Tim to do, as if he's not right here below me. That was a really, big step for you to do. And I know you get that now because you've done it. Like, you've taken the step, right? And you're a great example.
For sure. And I don't think people realize, like, when you do a live show, like, there's a lot of work that goes into a live show, like promoting the show, everything during the show, after the show. But then just the part I love the most about shows, and I bet you guys also, is actually being here, having the conversation with your community, showing up. But that takes a lot of energy to do. Like, you have emotions, you have feelings, you have conversations, all the feels, all the things, right? And that takes a lot. Just this part, not even the notifications, not the responding, not any of that, right? Just being here takes a lot, right? Which we all are here because we love that.
Right.
But
it gives us so much,
but
it doesn't mean it doesn't take a lot. We've talked about it amongst the three of us, is after we finish a Saturday show, 4 hours worth of fun, and it is fun, and we're laughing and having a great time. There's about an hour of good me time, like where I'm like still human before I'm like a puddle on the floor, right? That I'm like a potato. Yes, I can't move my arms and my eyes. Like, it just happens that way, and it's okay because it is like, I get so much out of being live. I love it. This is such a powerful way to be with people. Like, it really, really is. And so I love it. I wouldn't want to give it up. Stop smiling at me, Brian.
I'm laughing just because I love how you justify it before you're about to say what you're going to say, which is, but you have to take care of yourself. Like, it's, and I get it because I do the same thing. Like, it's.
Let me talk, dude.
Meggers is here.
But
Meggers, we're live.
Now I don't remember what I was saying. You can't do that. My brain doesn't work this way. And
It's okay. What you were
I
saying.
want to say, hang on. Thank you to Emily because she says she commits to being there when I come back. Thank you.
Hi, Neggers. But pull up Emily's last comment because that's a really good one. Yeah.
For me, it wouldn't have. I was too busy. I was too busy running around. I was too busy working, doing what I should and what I had to, and not considering what I had to be anything in the sense of self-care. Or even I realized that while I was looking for ways to engage in self-care, what I discovered is my self-care is actually doing nothing. It's sitting with that book. It was, just, gosh, I can like lay in my bed and do nothing, like literally nothing, no TV, like I could just be happy with my kitties and just like hang out and feel good. So for me, it wouldn't have happened. It would not have happened. Eventually I think the universe would have evolved me there, but that is definitely for me. Finding my self-care and discovering that my self-care was doing nothing was big for me. And yes, Mr. Tuxedo is here. So hi. My guy is here.
Nancy S is here and she says, "Hi, Nancy. It's your best fan."
Nancy S, thank you. You are wonderful. You guys are all wonderful. I am so blessed. I am so fortunate. And I know it doesn't happen by accident. So I appreciate that. And let's say hi. How is Tim? How do you feel? You feel her prayers? That's Nancy S for you. And James, hello.
I feel them. I feel them. I'm feeling much better. Thank you.
Yeah. But Nancy, like, it's a good point, right? What was said specifically there around, and what was said in terms of the pandemic and what you said. Look, silver lining, right? None of this would ever happen for you if we didn't wind up in a global pandemic.
No, I know. We can back up. None of this would have happened for me had I not.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill. Thank you. Had I not gotten divorced. Had I not, everything has led to this. I just didn't know where it was going.
Jenny, there's Jenny.
Hi, Jenny. We were just talking about you. We were just talking about you bravely stepping away and taking care of yourself. So good to see you. Emily, relaxing would come naturally. You create tons of work and busier than ever. Yes. Learning how to be. Well, and that's part of what got me ready for this is going through my divorce. I had to learn how to be. And I had to learn how to be still, and I had to learn how to be alone. I realized when I moved into my current house that I had never lived alone. I had never lived alone. And I was 42 years old, I think, when I moved in, right? So everything was leading to this. And COVID was the catalyst for me. Megan's going to have her own live show. By the time we're done tonight, she's going to be like, hey, I need my own live show. And Don't
give her any ideas.
She's like, what's happening? I'm out of here.
I had lost my community in my divorce, and LinkedIn really brought me back to finding my people. I found my path, my passion, and my people through LinkedIn, and I was on LinkedIn because
your 3 Ps.
My 3 Ps.
PPP.
You're the proud Princess Papa. I'm the path, passion,
and I forgot what you said already. Passion. If you remember what Nancy said, drop it in the comments, please. Path, passion, and people. Passion, people, path. Passion, people, path. Path, people. You found people.
Okay, hang on, I'm writing it down.
With people, you found your passion, and then you found your path. People, passion, path. Sounds like a new drink or something.
And popcorn.
Have popcorn.
Time to pee. I was actually thinking that I should. Oh my gosh, we've been on it for an hour and 4.
It's a good conversation, though. It's not like you have to stop because it's an hour. This is your very first LinkedIn Live show, by the way, on your channel. Did you know that?
No, I wasn't so sure.
Tim, are we live?
Are we live?
We are live.
We are here today on Nancy's channel talking about calling your energy home. Tell us how your energy is right now.
Look at you. I'm so impressed.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nancy, yes.
Well, you are a writer, Nancy. You are. You're writing a book. You're a writer. And this has been, I know.
We're all writing our own stories, aren't we?
Exactly. It's been about me, but I know, like I said, Emily chimed in and Bill chimed in, and I know people, those silent supporters are hearing, and people are feeling, not everyone, but people get to the point of feeling burned out and feeling torn and feeling the push and pull, right, between all of this stuff. And so, yeah, sure. My part of what I'm doing is I am going to step away a little bit. I don't want to say I'm going to step away. I'm going to show up differently. I'm changing how I'm showing up, because it's not stepping away, but I'm going to be changing how I'm showing up. And for me, it means that, yeah, I'm out of town next week, and then I can jump back on, and then my parents.
Wait, why are you out of town next week?
Oh, I'm out of town because I am giving my first keynote address in.
Yes.
I know. So much has happened. So I will be giving a keynote address next Saturday, a week from yesterday, and then I'll be back. And then my parents are coming into town, and I thought, well, I'm gonna have to, schedule everything around them and figure it out. And it's at 5 o'clock. And what I realized, again, what's different this summer? And what do I know? What do I have?
Mom and dad are going to be guests on your show. That's what's going on.
I could do that. That's true.
There you go. See?
That's true. We could have Max and Stu on. That would be fine. That'd be fun. But, what I figured is, just because I say I'm going to show up differently and I'm not going to schedule and plan to have my show every Sunday, doesn't mean I can't jump on, now that I have my own LinkedIn Live, when I feel inspired to. When there's something I want to talk about, when there's something that comes up that feels important, when I'm missing my community so much that I just want to hop on and say hi. That's the beauty of it. I think there are a lot of things that finally solidified in my head about the fears and how I can Emily, perfect. Emily was talking about the narrative, right? The story we tell ourselves. But I changed the story I was telling myself. Just because I say I'm not going to do my show every Sunday for a little bit doesn't mean that I can't come on here. Just because I say I'm going to change how I'm showing up doesn't mean I'm stepping away or stepping back, right? Changing how I show up. I'm still showing up. I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be around. And I still need Megan to be a guest on my show. But and thank you. I will say, I know it feels like you would never be able to do it, but you.
Nancy S., you so could do it.
You so
could do it. Yes.
You so could do it.
You could.
Yes.
Yes. She is. We're so excited.
I am, and I get the privilege of sharing my story with people. That's what I will be doing. It's hosted by Marsha Hoffhines, and it's called the Homecoming of Storytellers event. And if anyone's interested, let me know. I can give you registration information, but I don't want to do the, as Tim would say, salesy weirdo stuff right now. That's not where my head's at. But it is
salesy weirdo stuff.
Yeah.
What are you selling? You're not.
No.
Promoting, I think, is what you were going for. You don't want to be promoting yourself.
I don't. Thank you.
Nancy, Megan was wondering if the MS after your name means Megan Sohn.
Oh, it does now. It does now. It was a master's of science, but thank you, Mike.
There you go.
It is now Megan. Yes, important. I am making time for my parents. In fact, when they were thinking about making their plans, they were like, "Are you sure? Is it too long?" And I have to say, it's been nearly 3 years since I've seen them, and I have told them they can stay. Literally, they can move in and stay as long as they like, as far as I'm concerned. I am blessed to have them. I am blessed to. Yes, we're not in elementary school. You can just go. Trust when you need a balance.
Teacher.
Right. Can I go to the bathroom? You just went. No. I am very happy that they're going to be here. I feel privileged and blessed that they are here and that I get to spend time with them. And it's been way, way, way too long. So maybe we'll get Max and Stu on and you get to meet them, you guys.
That'd be awesome.
Okay. Yeah. I think I missed something. Okay, so let me just quickly.
We're talking about calling your energy home on Nancy Debra's very first
Oh yes, so
live on her channel.
hi Nancy and all. Thank you. Is that a new LinkedIn user?
No, I think that's Nancy S.
Still Nancy. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
You're just catching up.
Okay. So thank you guys. Okay. Catching up.
Good job. Yes.
I like green. I like shiny things, and squirrels are fantastic. Figured that. It's hard. I can't keep my train of thought. But I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank everybody for the support that they've given me over the last 7, almost 8 months, and the confidence to show up differently, knowing that I am loved and supported by a community that I truly have relationships with, and that is not going to go away if I shift how I show up. So I thank you all so very much. And Michael, my dad is doing great. Actually, that's why they could make the tickets. So he got his doctor said he could travel. Thank you for sharing. And thank you, Emily. Oh, it was James. That's why I thought it was somebody new. I don't know if it's an authentication thing, but I appreciate you showing up.
Pull up Emily's comment again, please. Thank you.
We good?
Yeah.
I sort of like in the light, but not in the light.
No, you're good. Just follow the light.
Follow the light, Carol Ann. Anyway, so I wanted to say thank you again for being with me on this journey, and that remind you how integral you've all been to this growth process of mine, to my success, to the things that are happening, to my passion, my path, my fire, my soul being nourished, and my wanting to be here. Not only on my live shows, but wanting to be here, be part of this community and show up. I thank you all so very much. And thank you to Brian and Tim.
You know we love you.
I know,
oh my God.
I know you love me. I know you do, and I love you. And it's
We
just a big old
love you.
test. But there are people who come into our lives at the right time.
Nancy has to say thank you. I know it's true. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. What are we saying? Okay.
That's what you're going to say. You're going to say thank you. I know it's true.
What was said? Thank you. I know it's true.
Good job.
Okay. Thank you. I know it's true.
Girl, you know it's true.
I felt like there should be like something someone says to say thank you too, but that's all. Yes, people come into our lives at the right time, and the universe makes sure our paths cross with the people that are meant to be in our life. And I couldn't have manifested. I didn't have the vision to manifest what's happening and has happened over the last 8 months. And I certainly didn't have the ability to manifest 2 amazing people that would walk into my life, among many, but that I would become part of the stream team, and that I would
We love you, Nancy Debra.
What he said.
You don't have to say anything.
We love you.
Emily, thank you. I know. It has been. Is that what I was supposed to say? Thank you.
No, you say thank you. I know it's true.
I know it's true. Gosh, hang on.
Yes,
I'm going to do it.
thank you.
Then we're going to say goodnight for real.
Yes, thank you. I know it's true. Ready?
Emily.
Follow the bouncing ball. Are you ready? Thank you. I know it's true. All right. Good job.
All right. Emily, thank you. I know it's true. Thank you. I appreciate you noticing.
Jenny,
Okay.
wait. Jenny just said something. She said, "You have all come into my life at the right time." And Jenny, that like I feel the exact same way. I feel the exact same way because I will tell you right now, like Tim came into my life when I needed Tim to come into my life. Nancy came into my life when I needed Nancy to come into my life. Like it's an incredible gift the way these things happen, guys. And it's not by happenstance. Like these things happen for a reason. I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason. There is a reason that you and Rock got you on a video on LinkedIn and then you wound up on LinkedIn. And there is a reason.
I was never supposed to see that video.
No, and there's a reason why, as Tim says it, you showed up in the green room and kept showing up in the green room. And you know, there is a reason. There's a reason for everything. You don't have to know the reason. You just have to know it's meant to happen that way. And all of this that is happening for you, like today, your very first LinkedIn Live show on your channel, and you know, the coming together of people, and you don't have to know why. We love you, Mark.
Mark, thank you. I know it's true.
Ah!
Apparently there was too much sarcasm for KDJ. I didn't mean it to be. I just, Mark, thank you. I do know that's true. I feel that. Look at me, growth.
Right here, live on your very first LinkedIn Live.
So with that,
yes,
with all the love, with all the grace, with all the gratitude that we all have in our hearts, we say thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for choosing to spend your time and yourselves with us. And we look forward to seeing you again really soon. Have a